Hi all, Elite Legionario here, and I am bringing you another commentary battle for Rome Total War. Currently I am playing as the Brutii Romans again, and my opponent, Fouko, which I fought before, I think it was my third battle, will be commanding the Seleucids. Now I have 4 units of silver legionary cohort, 4 units of gold attack Roman archers, 2 units of silver triarii, and 2 units of silver cavalry. Fouko, his army has 3 units of gold phalanx pikemen, 1 unit of militia hoplites, gold attack I believe. I think it's 5 units of gold attack, 5 units of 2 mighty silver attack archers, and 3 units of gold cataphracts, extremely deadly. So anyway, I'm just organising things. I'm going to advance at a steady pace, and he's just organising how he wants to be. That's good. And let's talk about the triarii. I mean, look at these guys, they look friggin' awesome, don't they? Look, real badass. But unfortunately, in this game, they're not nearly as good as they should be, in my opinion. Historically, they were the third and final line of Primarian setup that would go. The Velites in the front, Stati next, the Principe, and then the triarii, and then just like the town watch type unit, the Rurari, would actually be in the very 4th position at the back, but they're not in this game. They're in some of the mods of this game though. And anyway, the triarii were considered the elite, you know, these were the... Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold here, so if I'm sniffling a bit, please forgive me. Anyway, the triarii were the elite in the Primarian army. They were the guys who had fought a few battles, gained some experience, and they had plenty of them. They had the most money, so they could afford the best gear. So they had the most experience, the best gear, and you know, the most honour in the army, I suppose. So I believe, you know, unlike what this game's done, it's made them just only good against horses and pretty crap against almost any infantry, which is not good in my opinion. They should have the option like cataphracts, you know, when you hold alt or swap to their mates, they should have like an option where you hold alt and they'll swap to a sword and they can go into melee with infantry. Because that's how they would have fought in real life, I'd say. They probably would have fought with the spear and been very good at infantry combat too, but they would have had the gladius too, so, which is the Roman sword. So here's my little triarii rant, triarii fan. Anyway, I'm going to continue advancing, and he's just forms me up. He's seen 2 units of cataphracts way up here. I'm not too sure as to why he did that, but he'll do what he's going to do. Me, I like to put my general unit in a cab usually, as you can see, there he is there. Now I'm using Val's 2.0 map model, which adds the campaign skins for the generals. It changes the skins to of the Spartans, and it fantastically adds 134 new maps, so you don't get too bored. He's placed his general in one of these phalanx units. There he is there, you see. Extremely awesome. For some reason I'm not going to go in too close too many times, it kind of lags, but they're probably just fraps. Anyway, I'm just going to carry on with my advancing. And yeah, so so if you haven't got that mod, you should, you know, get it. It's not hard to install. It's really easy to install, which is great. And I'm not good. I mean, I'm not actually good at installing mods, but I managed to work out quite a few for Rome. So if I get enough popularity going on this channel, I might record a mod or something later. We'll see. Basically, so basically he's going to stay where he is, so it's going to come to me to deal with him. So, you know, his cataphracts are a real concern, because they're gold, and 3 of them. I've got nothing that can stand up to cataphracts. set my Triarii. What I want to do is use my Triarii to, maybe draw them into use my CAD to draw them into my Triarii if I get a chance. But, plans don't always go as you desire them in battle. So anyway, he's pretty determined to stay where he is, so I'm going to have to do the advancing, which is fine by me. I generally do that in most of my battles. Sorry, once again, it's cold, But, yeah, I'm going to use one of these legionary cohorts to support against these cataphracts, because I think I'll need it. These cataphracts are going to be deadly. Because I think, this militia hotline is just crap. And these phalanx pikemen, while gold are probably not up to scratch a legendary cohort, although with those extra upgrades it might be quite even. We'll see. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully this commentary's not got too much background noise. I did a bit of mucking around with the microphone settings, because this computer's got its own inbuilt microphone, and just hope it's, not quite as staticky in the background as probably the first 2 or 3 videos were. I'm hoping anyway, so I don't know. I'll probably end up having to buy a better one anyway, but I'm working with what I've got at the moment. Now we're just doing a bit of the archer duel, and he's got one extra archer unit, so he's got an advantage there, and he's got well, I'm doing alright because I've got a wee bit of a slip there, but I mean, I think I've dealt with this unit's taken down to 14 and the unit's down to 28. I mean, my unit's 27, 4, 30. He's doing a more of an all-round shooting, but I'm doing mass shooting, mass missile fire, which I think it's very effective. As I showed in my first, my first video wasn't that great. So here I'm going to advance. Now, what happens is he charges and it won't need on my charge, so he does avoid the healer, but he does get caught out of the information for a while, which is useful anyway, so it'll really make up for the fact that now I'm going to send my CAD here, and I see he moves his cataphracts back for some reason, so I'm going to use the advantage here and get his archers with my CAD. That's the plan. So I route that unit there. We take a nice round. Now I'm going to try hammer and angle here. Now I didn't really get much momentum though, so it probably wasn't that great. But it should help around. Now he gets this unit of pikemen, and now he's going to get his cataphracts in. So I'm going to unleash some Peter and some Triarii to stop him. And now he's got Triarii on his back, which is working, but this unit's cataphracts has my Triarii on his side, and now they don't want to fight. My legionary cohort are holding his cataphract. And here I route one of his guns quite useful. Now I'm trying to do a surround on him, but I don't think I can do that. So he breaks his Triarii down, which really annoys the crap out of him. I mean, his spearmen are supposed to have 6 bonus advantage against cataphracts, but these pikes are just cataphracts are shitting all over me. Here one of my Triarii actually routes, so I probably should. It looks like my banking on Triarii hasn't worked.
The gods who fill the heart of the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward.
Don't for a minute think though that Triarii are not good at dealing with CAD. They're some of the best spearmen at dealing with CAD, but in this case it just didn't work. Probably not.
Your general now lies dead because of his foolishness. His men will lose heart.
Anyway, I'm trying to do a bit of an out-of-the-fake move here. And when you shoot some healer into the backs of these phalanx pikemen. But these cataphracts will charge on me, and I don't have enough to deal with it. So it's going to be of limited effect. Well, I've still got them on the defeat, but as you can see, these cataphracts have really just done a lot. Great deal of damage on me. So what looked to be a pretty good start to this battle has pretty much turned into defeat. I mean, these guys are still holding, but they want to pass that combat. And there you go, they rout. Nice and yep, there you go. So that's basically it. And you know, cataphracts are extremely good units. That's why they're my favourite. You know, they're extremely powerful, but historically they were powerful, so I'm happy with that. I don't like it where units like Urban Cohort, which were not even military grade units, those the guards and firemen in Rome, are so powerful. It just annoys me. I will not start ranting on Urban Cohort though. So as you can see, Fouko has succeeded in defeating me in this battle. So I won the first battle, which is my third video. So if you want to check that out, it's Carthage versus.
Roman honor is intact, but our Roman glory lies in tatters after this defeat.
So yeah, I said I'd bring you some defeats, probably 2 for every 10 videos I put up. So here's one of them. Anyway, I had 503 men deployed. I got 367 kills. I had 45 men remaining. Fouko had 542 men deployed, got 456 kills, he had 228 men remaining, and there you go. I had 28 sustained by my first and got 41. So my Praetorian Cab performed pretty good, and my Legionary Cohort, well, they did pretty good too, except for that unit. And my Triarii, I just really didn't cut the mark this time, and that's disappointing, but Triarii usually are very effective in the way I wanted to use them, but those cataphracts just had so many upgrades. So powerful, so that's why that happened. And only 2 of my archers really performed. The others didn't really do much at all. So he dominated that part of the battle, and basically all those combinations of things worked in his favour. So good game to Fouko, and congratulations on your win. And I'll see you next time. Later, people.